welcome back. This is episode 39 of my Age of Engineering Let's Play series. And today, we're going to the moon. Yes, we are. We're finally going to the moon. I built my rocket ship, and the second time of asking, I'll show you the first try. It's now my first rocket ship has now turned into our space station, which we're going to launch probably next episode or the episode after. But yeah, I'll show you exactly what we've done, exactly what you need to do, and then we can crack on flying to the moon. So the couple of things we need to do first, and a couple of things I want to do as well before we go, and before I show you that. So what we need is a planet selected chip to be able to select what planet we're going to. So we're going to craft all them first, and then we're also going to craft a RF Tools quarry. Pure because you've got to, when we get to the moon, we've got to dig down to like Y level 40 to get some dilithium ore, and I can't be, as far as we are now in the game, I want to make something to do for us. So we're going to make a quarry, the RF Tools quarry, which is a little bit expensive, but it can be so much useful, and for a bit of power, it allows us to be able to, quarry things. So yeah, it'd be fantastic. So we're going to do that first, and then we're going to fly to the moon toward the end of the episode. So let's get going. So the first thing I want to do is put my helmet on, because it's first, and I want to first give you an update on these machines. I have now automated all of these machines. You can see this cabling going in and out of all of them around the back, and basically all I've done with this, like every other machine we've got, we have an interface on the bottom here which is next to a crate, and that's on all the ones which have the input and output like next to like this, so multiple inputs or inputs which are higher. I have a crate to use to put things into. And then all the ones which are just put it like this one here. This one goes straight into this input hatch here, because there's no way it can go anywhere else, and because we don't need to multicraft things. The biggest thing about this machine was because some of these recipes in this machine require 5 slots, and there's only 4 in this input hatch, and you obviously need to put 1 in here as well. That is why I had to do it like that, so you can insert on both of these and then pull out from that one. So that's all fairly straightforward. So if you do have any questions about it, then give me a shout in the comments. I can always give you some pointers about it. But it's fairly straightforward stuff for a bit of automation wise, a bit of conduit. So yeah, it's pretty good. So what we need to make is a planet ID chip, which is this bad boy here. And this planet ID chip is made with 2 basic circuits, which we've made before, and with a satellite ID chip. The satellite ID chip is just another basic circuit. So if we go into here and look for the planet ID chip again, we should be able to make this. So this is that. Beautiful. And then this is just this. We had these a second ago. Okay. So we need basic circuits apparently. So what we can do is we can test the automation, because it should have this all automated. So basic or not. I've got the circuit plate. So what we can do is automate this. I thought I made enough of these, but obviously not. So now you can see that's going up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut here and wait for this to be done, and I'll be right back with you once we have this. Actually, no. We'll let this do its thing, and then we can start with the quarry, and then come back to this one towards the end. So for the quarry, what we need is to use the right box and make sure you start doing it. I will learn. Quarry. So we need some of these quarry shape cards. These quarry shape cards are, it's not this recipe, it's just the quarry in the middle. What you need is void ore miners, which I've made already. You need a steel drill head, the phantom booster, the mining laser, the advanced miner, and the vertical digger and the diamond miner. So quite a lot in here, and we've already got quite a bit of it already. So we've got 2 of them, a bit of it. But we can make them all fairly straightforward. So let's crack on and make this. The mining laser we have everything for already, so we can craft you up. Beautiful. And then the upgrade mine, this is just a upgrade base and a golden pickaxe. Let's make that really easily. You and then you. And then let's make the steel drill head next. That's the next easiest thing. It's just 2 blocks of steel and some steel around it. Beautiful. The phantom booster, it's fairly straightforward to make. It's just you need a block of black quartz, some ender pearls, and some empowered diamantium. So once you've got that, it's fairly straightforward. Make you. Beautiful. And then we can make you. Again, it's a normal diamantium this time, which makes no sense, but make some normal diamantium, some restoni crystals around that block we just made. Beautiful. So now we have everything up here and everything here, so we need these ones down here. This is where it gets a little bit more difficult. So let's make the next easiest one, which is that's the diamond miner. which is used by making an iron miner, which is used by making a stone miner, which is used by making a wood miner. So let's crack on and make that. So we need you, and then we need you, and then you. So it was a chest and a furnace. Do we have everything? Of course we don't have a furnace. Of all things not to have, it's always blooming furnace. That's what I want. You. There we go. So now we should be able to make these all fairly quick. If I click on the right one, you should be able to make them all fairly quickly. So that is you, and then we need a stone pickaxe, and then we need, it was you and you and you and you. Sweet. See, it's not that difficult once you have everything all set up. It's just getting everything set up, which is what you need to do. To diamond, iron pick, and then to diamond. So we need diamond pick. Did I grab one of them? No, I've got two. One of them. We're not exactly shy on diamonds. Did I make the iron one? No, I didn't. And then you, and then I need you. Beautiful. Come on, there we go. Beautiful. So now we've got that, we can make the next season one, which is the vertical digger. And the vertical digger is some iron casings wrapped around 3 blocks of redstone and a drill, as well as an empowered void crystal. So I think we've made all these before, but if we haven't, all that is a void crystal, which is a block of coal in the zappy doody thing we set up last episode. And some coal coke, a necrotic bone you get from obviously a wither skeleton, bit of ink, and then black quartz. So it's really straightforward to make, and it's only 12 million RF, so it's very quick as well. And then drill, we've made a drill before, so we should have everything for this, I'm hoping. Oh no, so we should have 2 of you. Oh my god, this is not good, man. I thought we had all these stuff, I didn't even worry about that. So we need you and you, so we have 1 and 2 of you, which is you and you and you and you. So we need 2 of you, 1 and 2 of you, and then we need you and you and you. And then drill core, which is another 4 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you, nope. You and 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 you. You, and then we just need an ore crystal block, which we should have. Some Duante. Oh, there's that one. We've done that one, so it's this one now. Beautiful drill. And then we need to put that in here with a redstone and iron casing, which we should have for 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfection. And then we need just to make you now, right? Of course. Wouldn't find it, would it? But it's like a tiny bit about it. I don't know, so it should be a pain in the ass. There we go. Our vertical digger. Amazing. So now all we need is the advanced miner. This is the most difficult out of the bunch. So we need an MFE, which we already have a system, we've made them before. Advanced solid, which we've made 1,000 times. Then 2 of these miners, which are just 2. It's a chest, a basic machine casing, and then just a circuit with a mining pipe. And a mining pipe is just some iron and a tree tap. So really straightforward. Should we have everything with these? 1 and 2. Beautiful. And then we should be able to make the teleport was the next big thing, which is 4 of the advanced circuits, and an advanced machine casing and diamond, and then this frequency transmitter, which is a normal circuit, and a wire, so we can craft you up like so, and then we can craft these up. Oh no, we've got them already. Craft this up like so. Perfection. And then you should just be ready now, right? Lovely. Now we can make the crafting card, right? There we go. That is one hell of a rabbit hole, but so nice to have. Right, now we've got the card, we need to build the actual machine, which is, we need a power cell as well, so we'll get that crafting now. We've got that. And has this got a card in it already? No, it's not. Okay. So we do need a cell card as well, so craft you up while we're waiting. Ooh, yeah, go. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for the ender resonator. Okay, there's 2 of them. Let's go check that out, shall we? See what's going on with it. I thought I crafted it. So in the home house, it's here. Is it not liking the fact that this is one push? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So now it's going to craft these up, and there's 2 in there. which is waiting because I knew I crafted one earlier on, but it didn't come through. I fiddled with the settings at the bottom of here, and I just hadn't fiddled it back. That's easy enough to do. So now we should be able to make the cell, just to so we've got it, because this is very important. We don't go anywhere without it, because if we do, we are screwed. Let's shimmer downstairs to our storage room, and then let's just link these up while we have them. Beautiful. Let's put you away, you on the floor, and put you in there. Sweet, so we can power up. Nice. So the machine that we need for this card is called a builder. So let's go ahead and make that, which is, I think, fairly straightforward to make. Fairly straightforward anyway. So not the dimension builder, we just want the builder block. And the builder block is just some bricks, ender pearl, and then a machine frame with some redstone. So we should have everything for that. We do. Lovely. And then what we do for that is we will do it when we get onto the moon. But basically, with this card, you basically choose like the area you want to go in, choose what you want to avoid off of here. I don't know why it appears in the top left, it's a bit weird. And then you choose the shape of what it does it for. So you know it's quite good. But again, we'll get to that once we've done that. So now we have our quarry. We can go over here, and we should have everything for our planet ID chip, don't we? Planet ID chip. So you and you, right? What? Basic. Okay, it's there. Go to you and put you in there. And you're going to craft up and get us 4 basic seconds. I thought I crafted all these, but apparently I didn't. I did craft it. I knew I auto-crafted it. I just didn't want to show anyone. That's fine. So now what we can do is get the circuit again. I'm sure I wasn't going blind then. Right, so now we've got the planet ID chip. Beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted. Right, so now we can go to the moon. Yes, we can. So let's go show the rocket ship first. So let's go down. So we have 2 rocket ships in the minute. We have this bad boy right here, which is of a design I've seen online somewhere as well. So I thought it looked brilliant, and I wanted to take my own little twist on it, and that's what I came up with. And then we've also got this big bad boy. Now this was my first big ship that I made, so that you can sit in here. It's got a whole floor in here where you can do things in here. But apparently, well, when I built it, so when I used this bad boy down here to scan and build this, it said I needed nearly 1,000 thrust, and considering like one engine gives you, I think it's 20 thrust, I put about 15, 20 engines down here, and I was only getting 200 thrust. So I was nowhere near enough thrust to lift this up into space. So we built a rocket so that we can do it. And now when we look at this and we do, well, let's go through it and then we can scan it and then we can see. I'll show you a second by thrust. So these rockets you can build out of literally anything, and I did to demonstrate this. What I've done is I've got like a chisel blocks in here, so you've got chisel factory blocks. You've got obviously got the liquid engines, and you've got the liquid fuel tanks. I've got some normal alabaster stairs for environmental tech. I need to put the flight on, and I've got some some clear glass from environmental tech. Oh, we've crashed 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. I had a bit of an issue with the server then. So as you can see, like I was saying, we've got all different blocks here. We've got a extra spike on the top to give it a nice little nose cone, and then some bars, some dark iron bars to give it a bit of a point on the top to give it like a rocket shape. It's like different stairs and different mods. You can use whatever blocks you want. The other blocks you can't use are chisel and bits. They're the only ones you can't use because, well, you can put them on here, but once it actually forms the rocket, they'll delete them. So bear that in mind once you're building it. So when you're building your rocket, what you need to do is, there is 4 things you need to put on a rocket. These are things you have to put on it. Everything else is just cosmetics. You have to have fuel tanks, obviously, to put your fuel in. You have to have engines, obviously, to burn your fuel. And then inside here, you've got the seat, and then underneath the seat, we have the guidance computer. So if you have a quick look, break Q and break Q. Underneath the seat, you can see there is the guidance computer. So they're the 4 things you have to put in it. Now, the seat does not have to be on the guidance computer. The guidance computer can be anywhere in the rocket. That could be in the base. It just has to be a part of the rocket. So as long as you have all of that on your rocket, you are set to go. Once you have everything else ready. So let's put you back and let's put you there. Nice. So once you have all that on your rocket, what you do is the rocket builder we got last bit, the rocket assembly machine, you come over here and then you see up here it says rocket not scan or rocket unscanned. So what you have to do, you have to press scan. And what this is going to do, after you've given it power obviously as well, is it'll go down your rocket and it will scan every block in your rocket to make sure that it's okay, and it'll also make sure that the rocket for the size has got enough thrust and it's got enough fuel capacity to take us to space and back again. So this is going to take a minute or two to go down. Obviously the higher this is, the longer it's going to take. I can't remember if I told you about these, but with your launch pad, what you have to do is you have to have a structural tower next to it. And what the structural tower does is it tells you the height of the maximum height you can build this to. Now this tower can be up to 64 blocks high, so it can be crazy tall. This one is not that tall, obviously, because it don't need to go that high. This one goes up to here. Now this here, as you can see, is the maximum height of this there. So this whole rocket gets encased in this tower. So you need to make sure that this does reach the top of your rocket, because it will scan still, but it'll just miss off the top of your rocket, and we obviously don't want that. I want another thing to bear in mind with this is this has to go down one level to be next to the launch pad. So not like this one where it can be the level up from the launch pad. This one, the first block of the scaffolding has to be touching that side of that block, and that can be anywhere. Like for this one over here, you can see I've put it in the middle. So it's in the middle on the side, and this one over here, it's in the corner. And then when we put another one here for our satellites, we can put it literally. We can put it here if you want. We can put it on the end, as long as it's on the side of the launch pad, and as long as it's touching the side of this. That's all it needs to be. So cool. So now that's done a scanning, we should look at this and say yes, clear for liftoff. And you see we've got 130 newtons of thrust and we've got 81 newtons in weight. So this should be fairly quick to fly up and fly down again. So that's beautifully done. It's gonna burn 13 millibuckets per second in fuel. Sweet. So what we can do now is once you've scanned it, and you've got everything ready. Now this will tell you different things. So if you've got like not enough engines, it'll say not enough thrust. If you've got not enough fuel tanks, it'll say not enough fuel. And if you don't have a guidance computer or you don't have a seat, then it'll also tell you that there as well. So it will guide you through anything to make sure you've got everything. But yeah, so once you've done that and it's clear for liftoff, you can click build, and then it'll go down again. And this time it's all red, and it's going to scan the rocket the second time and build it into the multi-block structure, which makes our rocket, which is pretty damn amazing. So while it's doing that, what I'm going to do is sort out the fuel situation. So what you need is a linker. So if we get the linker, which is here, which we've made that for a while ago now, and what we're going to do with this linker is, I'm hoping it's going to reach. But basically, we're going to link this linker with that station over here. But what I want to do first is, because we need fuel to get back, I'm going to take this top tank with me, and well, I might take both tanks actually, just in case. Just in case we need it, because it's going to be our fuel supply for getting back home again. And then what we need to do then is put this Yeti wrench onto here, and then put it onto insert. So I can insert any fuel in there, so that my cat's messing around in the house. So once you have that, and this rocket is now built, you can see the textures all changed, and when we look at it, it's all now an advanced rocketry rocket. I'm not sure why it's so dark. It's a bit weird that it's so dark. But yeah, that's now all completed. So now once we click on it, we can get inside it. So now we're inside. You can see it says press space to take off, or destination NA. So at the minute we're not set to go anywhere. So then you can press shift again, and that'll take you out of the rocket and put us on top of it. So we can go down now and go down here because we don't want to write it now. But if we shift right click it, we can see in here that we have the guidance computer. We can also select the destination and disassemble. So what we can do here is, on the guidance computer, we can click that and I'll put our planet ID chip in there. And then we can exit that and press shift right click it again, and then click select destination. And here we can see our lovely guide. So there is Earth, the overworld where we are, and we obviously want to go to the moon, so that's lunar. Now I think, does Earth have 2 moons? I'm sure I heard that Earth has 2 moons in this mod pack. No, it doesn't. Alright, so what you do is select Mooner, and then you click select in the top left corner like that. So now, in theory, if we get into the rocket, so if we right click, we can see the destination is lunar and press space to take off. But on the left hand side, on all the bars there, you can see the altitude, the velocity, and the fuel. You can also see that our fuel is empty. That's not good. So if we get back out again, and now let's link our fuel and everything together. So first of all, let's just get top up on our hydrogen, because we need more hydrogen. Perfection. And then let's link up this linker, this fuel station, with our rocket center machine, like so. And now this should be getting fuel. So if we shift right click, we can see the fuel bar here is going up. Let's just get rid of these. Is that gonna just hammer that? You can see now this is being fueled for us all automatically by that fueling station. Now, how much fuel is this losing? How quick is that losing in here? So that's keeping that full. So this must be losing it from in here then or something. Where is it pulling the fuel from? I'm quite curious now. Where is it pulling the fuel from? That's there. So you can see the fuel's going down here. So we've got loads and loads and loads of tanks of fuel now, but we're going to need it because we've got a few satellites to send up. We've got about 6 satellites to send up, which we're going to do next episode as well. After we send up our space station, because we need all the satellites for some data which we need. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So now this bad boy is fueling. How full are we? So we're pretty much full in fuel. So we are going to take off now. So we can say bye bye to the overworld. We have oxygen, we have hydrogen, we have a jetpack. We're full on everything. So we should now be able to go to the moon. So let's go. So if we shift right click, our fuel is full. Also, we can mount inside. Beautiful. So now, if we hit space, we should take off. All being well, let's go. There we go. Now we're flying. Bye butterflies. We can look in the direction the ship disappears. So we can go F5 and you can like see around. You can see us taking off and see the smoke underneath us. There's the overworld. You can see the base down there. Oh, it's such a cool mod, this mod. So this is going to take us up to the maximum height, which I'm not sure what the maximum height is. And you can see still see the overworld. The overworld's going, and we're in space. You can see in the top left the altitude. We are now officially at the top of our altitude. So there we go. So now we are in space. So we hit space bar and we can descend down to the moon. So that is the moon beneath us, and it's very dark on the moon. It is midnight apparently on the moon. That's perfect timing. Let's go on the moon in pitch black. So what we can do now is once we land, get all this flaming glory, and look at that. Here is the moon. Now there's something on the moon I've seen some people look at, and I think it looks amazing. So I kind of want to find it. Beautiful. So now if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see that the atmosphere type is now says vacuum at 0 atm, which is atmospheric pressures. And then the atmosphere is not breathable. So if we get out of here, because we've got all the smoke everywhere, so we should be able to fly around now. Way! So cool. What are these beehives? I'm kind of wonder what these beehives are. I'm very curious to know what these beehives are. Are they snowy beehives? Let's go back into this. Ha! Wintry beehives. Bees live on the moon. And there's our smoke trail coming down. And there's Earth. How cool is that? So what I want to do now is, I want to set a waypoint here so we actually know how to get back just in case. So we want to rocket home. Just so if we do wander too far, we can always come back for it. Sweet. Now there's a couple of cool things in here which I've seen online, which is like little domes which appear around and about, and these domes are filled with resources. I think that'll be amazing if we can do that, because that's going to help us so much. The gravity is so cool. So as you can see, that there's nothing really different. Well, it looks like a plains biome, but there's a new block for the moon turf, which is pretty damn cool. So we'll see if we can see one of these domes. If not, we'll just set up our quarry and then we'll move on. So the moon turf is just like on the top, like grass would be. Underneath is still exactly the same. It's still stone all the way down. So there's nothing too fancy about that. It's quite a deep hole, this one. Ah, it's probably deep. Oh, it flies so fast. So I think we're just going to set up a quarry, because I don't think it's going to be anything we're going to need. Okay, cool. So let's just fly back towards our thing, our rocket, and set up a quarry. So let's set up this quarry now. If we place this builder here, nice, and then we set up the quarry card. So what we want to do is quarry card is we shift right click this machine here, and then we're going to like place it there. And then what we're going to do initially is we can dig down all the way to bedrock if we wanted to, so we might do that quickly. Or what we can do is if you dig down a couple of blocks, so let's just go like to here, and then we right click on this block here. That's now copied to the shape card, and we're flying really high. So now if you shift right click it, you can see it's got an offset of -3. That's how low it goes, and it's got a height of 6 overall. So what we can do here is set this to minus, say minus, what is our x and y minute? -50, I think, and then set this to 50. Set it to 40, not 406, 40, and set this width to set to 40 as well, and then that should be fairly cool, I think. So in theory now, if we right click it into here, you see that it's installed the module. Then here you can click the supported preview mode. Click on that. Now if we look in the hole and dig down a little bit, we should hopefully start to see a quarry. I'm hoping. Well, either way, it's down. It is down there somewhere. So now down at the bottom of that, there's going to be a quarry going. So what I'm going to do with this as well is I want to void. I don't want any stone or dirt or anything. So I'm going to set it to void, void stone, void dirt, void cobblestone, void dirt, void gravel, void sand, and void netherrack. Just because I don't want it to grab anything like that. Because I don't want to waste things. And then I want a crate. So I want to get a crate. Let's get one of these normal crates. Put that next to you like that. Let's get the power cell. Put the power cell there. Set this to output. So that should start filling this bad boy up, which it does. We do need to upgrade our power cell at some point, so that's going to be one of our next things to do in the next few episodes. Because this thing will eat RF. So yeah, let's get a lever as well. So lever, you and you, nice, and then you. So just in case you wasn't aware, the reason we're doing this is because we want dilithium, and we need dilithium for our warp core so we can go to other planets. So if we look in dilithium, dilithium, blah. There it is. So we want these dilithium crystals for our warp core. Oh, right. Diligent. I thought they were going to be dilithium thingies then. And dilithium ore appears on the moon between Y levels 7 and Y levels 60. Well, pretty much 63. So we are currently at 80. So that's why we put it solar down. So in theory, hopefully, if we turn this bad boy on, this should start doing something. Which it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. Come on. Y level 50. Yeah. Let's push it. Okay, maybe let's try moving this around. So let's try. Where'd that go? What's there? So we want you and you. That's so cool, this zero G thing. Let's try putting you on top. I think it might only output on top of it. So let's try again. So turn you on. There we go. Now you can see the Y levels going down. And we're getting stuff here. So we've already got 3 dilithium. And that is amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this to run for a little bit of time. See how much of this dilithium ore we can get. We're going to need lots of it. Because this should take a little bit of a while to do, and then I'll come back once we have that, and we can start with everything, and then fly back home again. Because we've got the things right here. We do. Oh, there's a big hole in our rocket. That's never good. If we look in here, looking at our rocket, we can see we've only got less than half a tank of fuel. So we do need to have the fuel to take us home again. So we'll do that in a second. Once we've got some dilithium ore, then we can fly back home. Once we've got a lot more than 3, because we need a lot more than 3. So yeah. I'll be back in a second. Right, so now we have just over 2.5 stacks worth of lithium ore. I had to fiddle with the shape card. I'd be an idiot. I set it to be a 1 wide thing. So I think I'll show you now if you want. So when I was doing this, I set this to be a 1. So there's only 1 wide. So all it did was basically scan this block here, which obviously we wanted a lot more than that. So I've changed this to 100. So now it's gone back 100, and it's gone down quite a few as well. So now it's given us a nice decent size for our quarry. So I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to actually just take this out of here and take this back home with me. You and you, and then I want you as well. And for now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this lithium ore. I'm not sure if this thing's going to stay here or if we're going to land here again. I'm pretty sure we'll land here at the same spot, but because there's so much here for now, I don't want to like faff around and bring it all back manually. So what we're going to do is we're going to shimmy off home now, so we can process this lithium ore, and then we can look at building our warp core and everything, and our space station. The main thing we need it for initially is our space station. So look at space station. The assembler here, we need 4 the lithium ore here to be able to make the space station assembly, which we're going to do next episode. So that's the reason why we needed it. And then all you do with that to get the lithium ore is to crush it in the crusher, and then that'll basically give us the lithium dust, which then we can eventually craft into the lithium stuff. The lithium crystals, we can use this for you, and on the crystallizer you put dust in there, and I guess it's a crystal. And we need loads of these crystals for our travels, so yeah, it's great. Great. So let's shimmy off home. So like I said, when we look at this here, we can see we're half empty of fuel. So what we can do is get our pressurized fuel tank, and if we just right click this, or any sort of your buckets, or you can even use, if we look at fuel in here, you can use the ones from the mod as well. You can get these fuel cells here. And these are fairly straightforward to make. You just need some tank of oxygen, tank of hydrogen, and make sure a tank of rocket fuel. But because for ease of use, and these are so much easier to carry around, we get like 32 buckets in each. What you have to do is you just right click it, and then that should empty some out. So look in there now, that's emptied the bucket out. So if we put a couple of buckets in there, and then shift right click on you with this, and look, we're now full of fuel. So do be careful when you do it, because I don't think like we'll waste a bucket now to see. So if we look in here, we can see this is full, but I believe if we right click again, it's going to use another bucket's worth of fuel, which it has, but there's no actual fuel to go into it. So that's awesome. That's not very cool. So do make sure that when you're doing it, you don't overfill your rocket. Keep an eye on it. Make sure you're going to put enough in there. So now we've got that, what we can do, we can go home again. So we can do the select destination, and we are on the moon at the minute. So we want to go back to Earth. So we select Earth as a destination. We collect. I think we go up. We can't go up here. We need a warp core to go up. So we select Earth. We go select, and now this is set to go back to the overworld again. So we can shift click into you. We're in, and then we can press space to take off, and there we go. We are now going back to the overworld. So let's press F5, and we can see ourselves outside of it again, and the rocket keeps glitching in and out. We go bye bye moon, I'll be back. I think more than likely we'll be back for some more lithium, I'm sure. So now we're going to fly all the way back, and we're going to go really high again. Use up loads of fuel. Wow, we lose loads of fuel already. You would have thought you would use less flying off on the moon, but you know, that's cool. There we go. So now we've got the loading screen in between, and then we come back down again. So let's press space to descend. It will auto descend after 20 seconds, but you know, just for ease of use, if you just press space, it will descend quicker. So now we're going down. We can see we've not used much of our hydrogen, and we're not using much of our oxygen. So here comes out. There's our base again, and we will land on the launch pad that we took off from. That's fine. Yes, there's the launch pad we took off from. So we're going to land on there again, which is awesome. Let's go back in here so we can see it from inside. Yeah, so cool. If we get out, land over here. Beautiful. So there's our rocket. We're back. We've got all the lithium stuff. Amazing. There's a massive smoke trail. It's amazing to watch when you sat here and we watch our satellites, which we're going to do a bit later on in the next episode. It's so cool to watch it fly up. It's like so cool, so fascinating. But yeah, that is where I'm going to end it for today, guys. I think we've done pretty well. We've got quite a lot done. We've been to the moon, yes. Our massive smoke trail, yes. We've got some lithium ore, which we're going to process next episode, and we're going to get our space station up and running, and then we're going to set this bad boy up into space. That's going to be our space station. And we're also going to set up some satellites as well. So there's quite a lot to do next episode. Oh, that smoke, man, it doesn't clear for ages. It's just some of the best smoke I've seen in the Minecraft as well. There we go, beautiful. So yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you did the episode, guys, please do consider hitting that like button. It just help our channel a lot. If you're not already, please also consider subscribing. You know, if you didn't like it, tell me why. Hit the dislike button. Tell me why. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.